It was a calm afternoon in Green Hill Zone, where the skies were a perfect blue, and the gentle breeze carried the scent of flowers. Amy Rose was strolling through the rolling hills, her mind wandering, as it often did, to thoughts of Sonic. She admired the serene landscape, but couldn't shake the feeling that she hadn't seen Sonic for days. Usually, he would breeze by her at least once a day, always in a hurry, leaving her with only the memory of his signature grin. Just as Amy started to wonder where he might be, she spotted a flash of blue zipping toward her. Sonic skidded to a halt in front of her, looking unusually serious but still flashing his usual playful smile. "Amy," Sonic called out, slightly out of breath. "Glad I found you. I need your help with something important." Amy's heart skipped a beat. Sonic rarely asked for help. "What's going on, Sonic?" she asked, her curiosity piqued. Sonic quickly explained. "I was out exploring and I found something strange. A hidden temple deep in the Emerald Forest. There's something about it that feels off. I think it has something to do with the Chaos Emeralds, but I'm not sure. I could use an extra pair of hands." Amy's eyes sparkled with excitement. An adventure with Sonic? And a mysterious temple? She couldn't say no to that. "Of course. Let's go, Sonic," she exclaimed, grabbing her Pico Pico hammer, always ready for action. They set off together, racing through Green Hill Zone and into the dense, towering trees of the Emerald Forest. The further they went, the more Amy felt a strange, almost magical energy in the air. It wasn't long before they arrived at the entrance to the temple, a grand moss-covered stone structure hidden behind thick vines. Strange symbols decorated the walls, glowing faintly with an eerie light. "This place is ancient," Sonic remarked, inspecting the entrance. "But something's calling out to the Chaos Emeralds. We've got to figure out what." As they entered the temple, the air grew cooler, and the sound of distant whispers echoed through the halls. Sonic led the way, always quick on his feet, while Amy stayed close behind, her grip tight on her hammer. The walls were lined with murals depicting ancient guardians and emeralds, and the deeper they ventured, the stronger the energy became. Suddenly, the floor beneath them trembled, and a hidden trapdoor opened beneath Amy. Before she could react, she fell through the opening, landing in a dimly lit chamber below. "Amy!" Sonic's voice echoed from above, full of worry. "Are you okay?" "I'm fine," Amy called back, though she was a little shaken. "I just landed somewhere different. It looks like some kind of puzzle room." Sonic appeared in an instant, having found another way down. He looked at Amy with concern, but also admiration for how quickly she bounced back from the fall. "This temple's full of surprises, huh?" Together they examined the room. At its center was a pedestal with a glowing emerald fragment, surrounded by intricate mechanisms. Strange symbols lined the walls, hinting at how to unlock the next passage. "It looks like we need to solve this puzzle to get the emerald," Amy said thoughtfully. Sonic scratched his head. "I'm more into action than puzzles. What do you think?" Amy smiled, feeling a little proud to be the one Sonic was relying on. "I've got this," she said confidently. She studied the symbols carefully, deciphering the ancient text and connecting the clues. With a final twist of a stone dial, the pedestal lowered, revealing the emerald fragment in its entirety. "Wow, Amy!" Sonic exclaimed, clearly impressed. "You really figured that out fast." Amy blushed slightly, enjoying the rare moment of praise from Sonic. "I've always been good at puzzles," she said with a grin. "But now it's your turn. Let's get out of here." Just as Sonic reached for the emerald, the ground began to shake violently. The walls lit up with a brilliant light, and the temple started to collapse around them. "Let's go, Amy." Sonic grabbed her hand and they sprinted toward the exit as stones began to fall from the ceiling. The tremors grew stronger, but with Sonic's speed, they dodged every obstacle in their path, racing against time itself. Amy's heart raced, not just from the danger, but from the warmth of Sonic's hand holding hers as they reached the outside. The temple crumbled into ruins behind them, the dust settling as the energy of the emerald dissipated into the air. They were safe, but more than that, they had discovered something deeper. Sonic let go of Amy's hand, but his usual cocky grin was gone. Instead, he looked at her with a soft expression, his voice gentle. "Thanks for sticking with me in there. I couldn't have done it without you." Amy smiled, feeling her heart swell. "I'll always be here for you, Sonic. No matter what." Sonic hesitated for a moment, as if he was searching for the right words. Then, in a rare moment of sincerity, he said, "You know, Amy, I've always admired your courage, and I guess I'm really glad you're part of my adventures." Amy's cheeks turned pink, and for once she was speechless. She had spent so much time chasing after Sonic, and here he was finally acknowledging how much she meant to him. She felt a warmth in her chest, realizing that maybe, just maybe, Sonic felt the same way. The two of them sat on the grassy hill overlooking the forest, the setting sun casting golden rays over the landscape. Sonic casually leaned back, resting his arms behind his head, as Amy sat beside him, quietly enjoying the moment. "Do you think there are more temples like that?" Amy asked. Breaking the silence, Sonic smirked, glancing over at her. "Only one way to find out. We've still got a lot of adventures ahead of us." Amy smiled, her heart light and full of hope. Maybe their next adventure wouldn't just be about solving ancient mysteries or saving the world. Maybe it could be about something more, something that had been growing between them all along. As the stars began to twinkle in the darkening sky, Sonic turned to Amy with that familiar grin. "Race you back to Green Hill?" Amy laughed, her heart racing once again. "You're on." And with that, the two dashed off into the twilight, ready for whatever adventure came next, knowing that no matter where they went or what they faced, they would face it together.